All right, next up, we've got TCU and Iowa State. TCU 6.5-point road favorites, 49.5 the total in this one. Iowa State, of course, got that win against Oklahoma State. Then they had to play the really good Oklahoma last week, and predictably they struggled 50-20. The defense got just absolutely torched in that game by the Sooners. It ended up being over 500 yards of offense for Dylan Gabriel and company. Marcus Major on the ground, a big day for multiple receivers, including Jaleel Farouk for Oklahoma. Had a huge day against Iowa State. So that Iowa State defense, you look at it now, they haven't played any great offenses. Northern Iowa, Ohio, again, who's been the disappointing offense this year. Oklahoma State, they gave up 27, and by far the best team in offense they played, they gave up 50 to Oklahoma. So that's not what I want to see when you're playing TCU here. You know, we've got still, I think, a pretty good offense, and they've shown it against SMU, Houston, Colorado with the Chandler Morris. Last week, though, wow, 24-21, that offense really was kind of stuck in mud, didn't really click. Although, to be honest with you, when you look at the box score for this game, you know, there was just some missed points, some field goal issues, some penalty issues. And look, the defense, unfortunately for TCU, couldn't come up with those stops when they needed it against West Virginia and put it all together. And it ends up being a 24-21 loss at home to West Virginia last week. So just it's a really tough game. I don't love either side. I think TCU at less than a touchdown, I'd lean that way, but not really rushing to lay 6.5 with the Horned Frogs on the road. Could it get over the total? If I trusted Iowa State's offense more, you know, that ends up being the question. That being said, it's not like TCU's got a shutdown defense. And we have seen 34 and 20 points the last 2 weeks from Rocco Becht and this Iowa State offense. So it's been better than we saw from them early in the season. And if they can get 20 in this game, I think it's probably got a good chance to go over the total, honestly, because I think you can get 28-31 out of TCU. What do you think here, C-Mac?
Maybe, you know, and normally this seems like a crazy high total, but the last 2 weeks, all of a sudden, that Oklahoma State game, that 34-27, I was like, what happened there? And their defense just got trounced, giving up 50 to Oklahoma. But they did put up 20. I think they can score maybe a little bit here. Rocco, he's not very good. This offense isn't good. Man, and they're an ugly dog. I want nothing to do with this. So this will be a cross off for me.